What's up, family? Man, I just want to jump on real quick. Man, they're not the enemy. They're not your enemy. And I don't give a damn what they've done. I don't give a damn what they've said about you or what they've done to you. They're not your enemy. We got to understand the bigger picture. See, the simple, the unlearned, man, they'll see people that have done things to them, people that try to dog them out, people that have broke their heart, people that left them bad, and blah, 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 all that crazy shit, right? We'll see those people and we associate them and label them as the enemy, as somebody trying to go to war against me, somebody trying to hold me back, somebody trying to stop me from getting mine. That's not the case at all. Our enemy is always, has always been our fucking ego. It's our ego. It's your ego. That's your only enemy. That's your only enemy. The people that have done things to you, man. See, if you really were connected to God, source, the most high universe, like you say you are, if you're really as spiritual as you really say you are, if you're as deep and wise as you think you are, if you're as woke as you thought you was, you would understand that nobody could be your enemy. You would understand that everybody in life that's ever done anything wrong to you or dogged you out or whatever, they was not your enemy. Again, the hard lessons that I had to learn. Man, again, I grew up in a toxic environment. I grew up as a fucking victim, mad at the world, blaming everybody else for my woes in life. Mad at my daddy, wanting to put a bullet in my daddy. Actually told my daddy I had a 9 mil with his name written on it. Fuck him. That's what I told him. I told him I was gonna send him to his mama. The same way he took my mama out. I grew up in an environment where, man, I was beat down physically, emotionally, all that. And I blamed everybody for doing me wrong. I blamed all the women for breaking my heart and da 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 da, all that. Y'all know how that goes. But one of the hardest lessons I've had to learn was, Elijah, sit your ass down and let me teach you something about life. All of those people, it don't matter what they did, was not your enemy. See, Elijah, if you were smart as you thought you was, you would have understood that those people were used to teach you some things in life. Those people were used to show you something about you. Those people were used to help you move to the next level, to help you move on your journey. See, sometimes we get stuck. Sometimes we get complacent. Sometimes we get awfully fucking comfortable. And then God, Source Universe, has to allow something to happen so we'll get uncomfortable, so we'll get unstuck. And oftentimes, as in tarot cards, man, it's the tower card. You know what I mean? It's, man, the world's upside down, man. You're fucking crumbling, and man, somebody pulled the rug up from up under your feet, and da 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 da, and all this other shit. Somebody just blindsided you, and all this crazy shit. What's happened is that you've gotten comfortable. What's happened? You've gotten lazy in your growth and development. You got real complacent. And so God's had to allow some things to get your ass on the move again. God's had to allow some people to break your heart, to disappoint you, to hurt you. See, so many of us, we're so disconnected from our emotions. We're so disconnected from reality. We think our emotions are reality. We think how we feel is real. Stay with me, I'm going somewhere. And what God's had to show me is, Elijah, let me talk to you. Just because you think this, just because you think that this is real, just because you think that this has happened and da 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 da, doesn't mean that's to be the case. Elijah, you thought all these people were your enemy. Elijah, you thought all these people were trying to dog you out. Elijah, you personalized every fucking thing. Everything that somebody's done to you, you personalized. And what you don't understand, Elijah, it's really not personal. It's not personal at all. They're being used to help you grow the fuck up. But you don't want to grow up. You want to stay a victim and blame them for you not being comfortable. You want to stay a victim and blame them for making your life challenging and difficult. Because you don't want to get connected to me and see the purpose behind the situation, to see the purpose behind why this person is doing what they're doing. And again, I'm speaking from somebody that's gone through a lot, been molested twice at the age of 6. That was a hard thing to deal with. And what I had to grow up and understand was, Elijah, it wasn't personal. Elijah, it wasn't about you. Elijah, it was about you, but it wasn't about you. Stay with me. Elijah, the bigger picture was, it wasn't to tear you down. It wasn't to humiliate you and all the shit that you associated with being molested. It was part of your experience so that you can learn something, so that you can come back and speak life into others who've gone through similar things. Elijah, it wasn't to question your manhood and just all the crazy shit that you did because you didn't understand the purpose behind it. And so you reacted out of your emotions to the circumstances. You reacted out of your emotions, out of your ego to what you understood. Because you didn't take the time to come talk to me. Because you didn't take the time to get in alignment with me. Yeah, you spoke to me, but your speaking to me was fuck you, God, and why'd you allow this to happen? Da, da, da. Now, once did you get in alignment with me, Elijah, so that I could show you the big picture? You said what you said, you did what you did. But never once during that time frame did you get connected to me and ask me what was the purpose behind this. You thought it was something different. And it is what it is. And it's going to be what it's going to be. We have to grow up. We have to understand that everything that happens in life, there is no coincidence. Everything that happens in life has been orchestrated and planned to teach you something, to help you heal, to help you move on your journey. There is a purpose behind everything that's happened in your life. Everything. And it wasn't to make you this bitter victim. It was to make you better, not bitter. We have to grow up. We have to learn to humble ourselves. And I don't give a damn what your beliefs is about God. I don't give a damn what your beliefs is about religion, none of that other shit. You have better learn how to humble yourself and get in alignment with God, source, the Most High, whatever you want to call it. And see, God don't give a fuck what you refer to him as. God's not egotistical like we are. God knows who he is. He doesn't need our affirmations, our validation. That's some us shit. That has absolutely nothing to do with God. So if you refer to God as the Most High and our God, our source, the universe, man, whatever, man, it don't matter. But you had better learn how to get connected and get in alignment so you could be tapped into that infinite wisdom, that infinite knowledge, that understanding. So you'll know how to properly respond to your circumstance. And you'll stop responding out of fear. You'll stop responding out of hatred, out of anger, out of your insecurities. We have to grow up. We have to stop assuming that we got this shit figured out. We have to stop assuming that we know who our friends are and who our foes are. You're not in a spiritual war. The devil's not attacking you. I don't give a damn what people say about you and what people do to you. It's not a spiritual war in that regards. It's always been a battle between your ego and your soul. That's the only spiritual battle that's taking place, if you want to call it that. It's between your fucking ego and the real you. The real you. Your soul. And see, most of us, we've never learned how to humble ourselves. We've never learned how to go within. We've never learned how to get connected to our soul. And the truth is, your ego doesn't want you to, because your ego has you as a fucking prisoner. Your ego has you as a fucking slave. And it doesn't want to let go. This is what being woke is supposed to be about. This is what being enlightened is supposed to be about. This is what Buddha conscious, Christ conscious, God consciousness is supposed to be about. Us understanding that our ego has got us fucked up. Our ego has got us so twisted that we think it's our friend. We think it, man, it's advising me. It's our advisor. Your ego will say anything to you to keep you trapped, to keep you a prisoner. Your ego will make you feel better about yourself. Your ego will make you feel less than about yourself. Your ego don't give a fuck about how you feel about yourself. It just wants to maintain control over your life. Whether you walk around with your chest puffed up, bragging and all this stuff, ego don't give a fuck. Whether you walk around cutting on your wrist and slicing yourself and being fucking suicidal and depressed and da 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 and filled with low self-esteem, your ego don't give a fuck. It just wants to control you. And you're not woke enough to understand that. You're not connected to God to understand that. You're not connected to Source, Universe, the Most High to understand that. The people are not your enemy. Your ego is your only enemy. Always has been. Always will be. See, I thought my dad did me such a great disservice by being so verbally and emotionally abusive and physically violent. I thought my dad dogged me out and fucked my life up when he murdered my mom right in front of me. I thought all these people that did all this tragic shit to me, I thought they did me so wrong. I thought God had fucked me over by putting me in this fucked up ass family. I had to learn that I had a victim mentality. Because my ego led me to believe certain things were true. And because I didn't get connected to God, I couldn't understand the truth. I didn't see the truth. And so I grew up believing these lies. Because after all, that made sense. And it made sense because my ego kept telling me this shit. I grew up believing that I wasn't shit. I wouldn't amount to anything. I was nobody. I was unlovable and because my ego had told me that. And I kept believing the bullshit. And so when circumstances happen in life, it was just confirmation of what I'd been telling myself all along. And so it appeared as though my ego was correct. It appeared as though my ego was right all along. When nothing can be further from the truth. It was until I learned how to meditate and get in alignment with God that I saw things for what they really was. That I saw people through the eyes of God for how they really are. You cannot see people through your eyes, through the lens of your ego, and see them for who they really are. You have to be connected to God and see them through the lens of God in order to see them for how they really are. And hope and pray that I said something to encourage you, to inspire you, to lift you up, to challenge your way of thinking. Namaste. The God in me sees, recognizes, acknowledges, and cherishes the God in each and every one of you. Happy healing.